Hey, what's up you guys, Mr. Awesome here. I hope you guys are enjoying Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury as much as I am. If you guys have noticed, lately here on the channel, I've been streaming it live with my friends and family, and it's been nothing but a blast. Hey, we even beat Bowser's Fury during a live stream with my little nephew. And to me that's very wholesome because that's something I'll always remember with him. With the inclusion of Bowser's Fury, I have to say, the team that developed this game mode did a phenomenal job. But I'm not gonna lie, as good as Bowser's Fury is, I wish Super Mario 3D World itself had a bit more. You know, something new, something fresh. The photo mode is lit and everything, but not really what I'm looking for. Now, I don't want to sound selfish or anything, but I kinda wanted new characters to be playable in this game. From the last video I've made regarding new characters for Super Mario 3D World, I really felt a disappointment in my comment section. And I'm making this video just because I wanted to give my audience and other Super Mario 3D World fans some type of hope when it comes to the inclusion of new characters. I wanted to be that ray of light saying, there's a possibility. But before we start this video, make sure to tune into my weekly Smash streams titled Smash Sundays, where I face every viewer one-on-one, or with the rare occasion/holiday in a 4-player studded slam fest. Here, on this very channel. Each stream is so much fun, man. I always look forward to seeing familiar faces along with fresh new challengers. I can't wait for this upcoming Sunday because we're going to do one-on-ones again, and I'm really excited. I hope to see you guys there. Hey, so it's been a while since the last Super Mario 3D World video. I just wanted to say thank you for all the likes we've gotten throughout those videos. We even hit 10,000 subscribers with the road to Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, so I don't really expect this video to do too good, but hey, I'll throw my hat in the ring. Let's all band together and let's try to hit 500 likes. I think this is pretty doable. Thank you in advance. Personally, I find it pretty hard to believe that there isn't any new playable characters for Super Mario 3D World. Especially since, for example, we already had Daisy all figured out with the whole Calico Cat theory, and Calico meaning Sarasa in a certain language, and it just made total sense, and Nintendo was just like, nah. Oh, and we can't forget Toadette already being playable in Super Mario Maker 2's version of Super Mario 3D World. Come on Nintendo, this was just a copy and paste. But there's an update on the Toadette situation. Toadette was seemingly going to be in, to some degree, in Super Mario 3D World. So someone on Twitter under the name JuniorAlexanderLeiva did some digging through the Super Mario 3D World files and found some Toadette files. And it was interesting because that person found a voice line, which sounds like this.
Here I go.
Oddly enough, it played with Luigi, but I guess, I don't know how data mining and hacking works, so I think that was just like a little placeholder thing. And what's interesting to me is that Toadette already had 214 player animations made, but there was no model. So what I'm assuming is that Toadette was probably really considered for Super Mario 3D World. And this kind of brings me to this video. But before that, rest in peace Yellow Toad. I was playing through the game with my friends and my man's Yellow Toad is in the game alright, but as an item housekeeper. I feel bad for you, Yellow Toad. You've been degraded so much after New Super Mario Bros. But back to the topic at hand, let's talk about the potential of there being character DLC for Super Mario 3D World. Alright, so if you've been living under a rock, you gotta know. We live in an age where most games nowadays receive DLC. If you don't know what DLC means, it means downloadable content. And to be honest, it's not a bad idea at all if Super Mario 3D World receives some type of DLC or update just to keep the game alive a bit longer. Not to say that the game's gonna die soon, trust me, far from it. You Super Mario 3D World fans are really dedicated. You guys kept it alive from the Wii U to the Switch. But when I mention DLC, I don't necessarily mean paid DLC. Nintendo for the most part doesn't do paid DLC outside of Smash Bros. And the other rare occasion like Hyrule Warriors. But what I'm trying to get at is, think of the DLC/updates from Splatoon 2 and Super Mario Maker 2. They follow this whole free update DLC approach, and those games were supported by Nintendo for a while. A really long while. And while yes, the argument can be made that those games are online and need the support to keep this game alive, it shouldn't rule out the possibility of Super Mario 3D World getting DLC of any type, since technically Super Mario 3D World is an online game. The online presence might not be as big as Splatoon 2 or as big as Super Mario Maker 2, but it's definitely the most online a mainline Mario game has ever gotten to date. I mean, what other mainline Mario game can you play online with others? Exactly, none. And no, I don't count Super Mario Maker 2 as a mainline game. As much as Nintendo can tout it, no. To me, Mario Maker 2 is a side game that just so happens to dabble around the mainline stuff. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but I would be 100% content if Nintendo released character DLC for Super Mario 3D World a year or 6 months after the initial release. Why? Well, in my eyes, it makes perfect sense, since people would have already stopped playing the game by then, and mostly everyone that cared about Super Mario 3D World would have already 100%ed the game with all 5 characters. And you can't sit here and say, oh, but Mr. Awesome, there's Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Hey, look. I don't know if you guys played Bowser's Fury, but I beat it already. And I take my time with games. I didn't 100% it yet, but I beat it already. And both games put together doesn't take that long to beat, especially if you're playing with friends. And as I mentioned before, if you've played Super Mario 3D World, you would know. So 100% the game, you need to beat the game essentially 5 times. Once per each character. So that means you have to beat every non-Captain Toad level as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Rosalina. You know how long that takes to 100% a game beating it once per character? It takes a while. I can agree on the argument that people don't want DLC characters because they don't want to play the game again. But if the DLC character comes out in the future, I personally wouldn't mind at all playing through the whole entirety of Super Mario 3D World again with that specific character. Because at that point in time, I gave myself a Super Mario 3D World break, and I'm not over here tired of playing it because I'll be fresh, I'll be back to play it again. It's kind of like going from vacation from work, which I kind of need one. And honestly, I'd find it pretty exciting to revisit Super Mario 3D World with a fresh new character, because I beat this game, 7 years ago? And I'm revisiting it now with the same old characters. Which is nice, don't get me wrong, but a new character would be magnifique. Imagine playing what could be Super Daisy 3D World. I mean, hey, she can have her own cutscene of how she got into the Sprixie Kingdom and stuff. And as I mentioned in the last video, each character would have their own specific moves, so in this case, Daisy could have the double jump and be a completely different way to play Super Mario 3D World. And honestly, I'm all here for this. Please, Nintendo, if you're watching any video on YouTube, let it be this one. But jokes aside, I personally believe that Nintendo's going to look at the number of sales for Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury and is going to want to support the game more in the future, just because that's how modern Nintendo is. Now, my question for you guys, my dear viewer, is that would you pay money for DLC characters for Super Mario 3D World? Honestly, if you'd have to ask me, I'd say yeah, under one condition, if it came with included levels. I mean, it'd be pretty fair, no? I'd easily pay $6. Well, that's it. I hope I kept the dream of new characters being in Super Mario 3D World alive. It's a possibility that I'm sure could happen. And I personally don't see why Nintendo wouldn't want to do this, to be honest with you. I mean, it's money on the table we're willing to pay for. Even if the characters are free, think about it, Nintendo would benefit from Nintendo Online as well. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell for more Super Mario 3D World videos. Shout out to my current YouTube members. You guys put that pizza on my pepperoni. If you want to support the channel monthly, make sure to hit that join button and be a member for as low as $1 a month. That $1 a month can go a long way here at the Mr. Awesome channel, so if you do consider being a member, I love you. Also, make sure to buy your very own Mr. Awesome merch and be part of these good-looking individuals on screen. Drop a like and subscribe for more Super Mario 3D World videos. And as always, stay golden.